I'm gonna show you how to turn this into this. Let's go. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now for today's video, I'm gonna show you how to do a hyperlapse with this. Like I said before, old iPhone, cracked everything, doesn't matter. Now a hyperlapse is a moving time lapse. Now the iPhone itself does have a quick, easy way to create a time lapse, but essentially what they're doing is fast forwarding a video. It's not very clear. There isn't a lot of smooth motion. It's very shutter happy, and that's not what I want. Now I did do a video of 30 hyperlapses in Los Angeles a couple years ago, so if you want to check that out, but I wanted to see if I can get a similar looking hyperlapse at night with just my iPhone. Now recently I've been playing around with light painting with the iPhone, which actually does a fantastic job. Again, I'll throw that video right up there so you can take a look at it. But my goal for this would be to create a hyperlapse of moving traffic and get those really nice light streaks. Now hyperlapsing and time-lapsing it's very, very time consuming. So do not think that you just go up, take a photo and move on. It's at least a 30-minute to an hour in Denver for each one, depending on how long your shutter is and depending on how long you want the time lapse to be. So I'll throw some math up real quick so you can see how long it'll take you and how long the time lapse will come out. All right, let's get into my step-by-step guide on how to take a hyperlapse, a good hyperlapse with your iPhone. All right, now step number one is to make sure that you have a tripod. A tripod is very, very important. Now during the day, you can get away with not having a tripod just because of how bright and how quickly the phone takes the photo. But at night, you cannot. You cannot get away with doing this handheld and getting the pictures that you want. So step number one of doing a hyperlapse at night is to get a tripod. All right, now step number two is to get an ND filter. Now me personally, I just use an old one from my camera, but you can also buy a iPhone specific ND filter to make it easy on yourself. But for me, I Jimmy rigged this huge guy on my iPhone, and I like this one specifically because it's a variable one, which you can choose how dark the filter is. Now it's a really cool feature to have, but it is not necessary. And the purpose of the ND filter is to get a longer shutter. I want to see more light streaks. All right, now number three is to pick the location. For me, I picked the 4th Street Bridge in downtown just because I shot there before on the previous time-lapse video, so I know I can get some really cool stuff there. And now number four is the technique of taking the hyperlapse. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna set up your frame, you're gonna tap and hold focus, and you're gonna find something in the frame that the square focal box is around. And that's important because you want to track your image to make sure it's getting a consistent image the entire time. So what you're going to do is you're going to do all of that, make sure everything's set up, and then you're going to click the shutter button, and you're going to take a photo. And then after that, you're going to move the tripod down. I want to say it was about 3-4 inches each time. You're going to move it. Make sure to set up your frame so that whatever was in that square box is still in the square box. You're gonna click it again. And you're gonna do that over and over and over and over. Now I know I did the math a little bit earlier, but just keep track of how many photos you are taking. So 24 photos equals 1 second, 48 photos equals 2 seconds, 72, 3, 96, 4, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, it is very time consuming. Now I did take this during traffic. I don't think the most opportune time, but it's the only time that I had. The second time lapse, which was just a static time lapse, turned out a little bit better as far as the light streaks, but you'll see that in a minute. And then you have a bunch of raw photos that you're gonna put into Photoshop and compile it into a little fantastic video. So here are the two time lapses that I came up with. One is a hyperlapse and the other is just a regular old time lapse. Check them out. All right, and that is it. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to throw them in the comment section down below. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure to like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Peace.